Listen to the got a few but listen to the MVP. Yay! Good afternoon, one and all, or everybody that's here anyway. So we're waiting to get ready up for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix round 4 of the T2 Championship. We've got a few different people here today, to usual. And hopefully we can have a really good Grand Prix. The news that's coming out of SLR recently is we've decided to turn the safety car on, so this should make for an exciting race, and hopefully we can have an absolute classic. We've got some great drivers here as well. We've got some newer drivers that you won't have seen. For the people that don't know there's Status, who's friends with Thorium and Golf, who are racing in T1 and Reserve respectively. We have Easy Pickings, who I've raced together before. He's a quality driver, really nice. And also we have, who else do we have? St Johnston here, as we know, Jimmy MC as well. So we've got a few newer drivers here today, and hopefully we can get a good race. Obviously we've got championship leader Berra here, who had a fairly average round at China. I'm going to get the championship standings up so I can thing it. Read them out. Forgive me 1 second, but it should be a fairly decent Grand Prix. We'll go on board with George Porridge, who we can really state from last race. He's got the I've clicked on the wrong standings. Oops. SLR. That one. That's the way they are. And yeah, so Berra had his worst week last week, but obviously he won the first 2 races and he finished 4th in China. Play Dutchy won that race, so he's closed the gap to 19 points. And then we've got Dusty behind, who isn't here at the minute. I think he'll join sometime in quali. Same with Elmo, he's going to be joining in quali. They're the 2 drivers are missing today, what we expected, so fairly decent grid. But we've got a lot of different drivers here today as well, so we've got a good mix of what we expect and newer drivers. But George just taps the wall there. St Johnston in the Ferrari. Mr Aldo's here. Tatu's not here. I think he's got internet problems still. Mucky Weeks as well, hoping to do something better. The first 3 rounds for him haven't been particularly mucky weeks. He's in P9 in the championship. He got 5th in Bahrain and DNF the other 2 races, so I'll be hoping for a better. He's got better pace than some of these guys, but he's just not put it together in the race. So obviously getting used to the tyres on this model of game is something to get used to. Obviously I'm not racing this year, so I'm kind of glad that I don't have to get used to the tyre model, but you know, yeah, I wish I was racing, but it's what it is. Thank you for everyone that's watching. Hope you will enjoy the race the further we get into it. But we've got a few people starting their laps. We've got St Johnstone and Jimmy, very close together, and also we've got a Red Bull there. That will be Mugan at the front of this train. As we've already got yellow flags in section 1 and 2, I think that might be someone coming to the pits. We've got Enrico on our lap, and so everyone stayed the lap, but we'll go on board with St Johnston and Jimmy here, see what they're doing. And Jimmy's got to be careful, otherwise it could be done for illegal blocking. As Jimmy loses the back end, he gets well out of the way, he realises that the lap isn't that great. St Johnston carries on his way. Next up for St Johnston is George. I don't think he'll get all of the way as easy. He's got Muggen ahead. I think there's a bit of traffic. As Alfie Jensen's already binned it, so unfortunate for him that his run continues with binning it all the time, it seems. Obviously Alfie is got 10 points last time out. Oh, and there goes St Johnston, and through the left right he's lost it. A bit of a weird place, but yeah, unfortunate for him. Jimmy obviously backed out on his lap. Jack goes to pole with 4.4 in the last game. That would have been a very, very good lap, but on this one it isn't really. I'm expecting George to do something slightly better. I'll get the telemetry and lap data up. George is he's way off as he pits. Akil has gone to pole position with 39.1 and he's gone straight on. Easy Pickings is in the middle sector. Muggen's gone to P2 ahead of Jack. We've got Berra going to the end of his lap on the softs. I'll get the tyres up to find out what everyone's on. Let's see, we've got a mix here. We've got some softs, some super softs, as we lost Berra somewhere there. But Berra on the soft tyre goes to P2 with 39.5, which you can consider an okay lap, I think, to start off with. Easy Pickings is backed off. Is there anyone coming to the end of that? Status is pitting mocking weeks. On them soft tyres is way down, so that's the end of the first runs. Sorry if I'm a bit tired, I've been up since like 6, so yeah, work life. We've got Jimmy in the middle sector who hasn't set a lap yet. Well, he set a really bad lap, that's because he lost the back end a few times and then backed off for St Johnston, who went on to bin it. Could have been dirty air possibly, but you can't really use that as an excuse. We've got more yellow flags. I think they're just backing off, trying to find a bit of space. We've got a McLaren, so it's either Dutchy or Enrico. Dutchy's gone to P5 on the softs, the second off of Berra. So Berra's lap looks to be a half decent one so far. As Jimmy is now going to come and to cross the line in a second, and we're just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And it's going to be a 39.9 for Jimmy, and that gets him P3. Here comes Titanas. He is about 1.5 seconds off, and I think he's coming to the pits. Yeah, he's run out of fuel. We've got Easy Pickings, who's yet to do a lap. He's sat in the pits. Is Jack pitted? Yeah, he is. Let's start lap. I think it actually is starting lap, judging by that. We've got Mr. Aldo down in 14th at the minute, going through his lap. He'll be hoping for a better attempt this week. Obviously he's been fairly far down the field so far. He needs to find some form and pace. So he'll be hoping for that. Is anyone coming to the end of their laps? Oh, Enrico. That was, I think he missed his braking point. But we've got 3 people out qualifying, that isn't great for Maldo. But we've got George, starting his first lap, keeping as close to that wall as possible. So is Matteo. Skin ups in the first sector. Titanas is coming to the end of his lap. And that is very late. I'm surprised he got stopped, to be honest, as he comes to the end of his lap. We've only got 3 or 4 people that set the lap. 3 are out, and I think a few people aren't even going to take part in qualifying, I presume. Well, mind you, everyone's out of track who hasn't, so might do. But here comes Titanas. This doesn't look particularly fantastic, but from what I know, but we never know. As he comes across the line now, it looks like it's going to be a 41. 42.0, just ahead of Pake G. As someone improved. Oh, Keel, no, he's already there. Doesn't matter. Sakil's still on pole with that 39.1. So he really needs to improve, really, because that lap is about a second, 2 seconds slower than I expect. Still waiting to see a decent lap. I think everyone was taking it fairly cautious on the first runs. Akil gone on ultras. Obviously Berry's on soft, so after what you say, skin up is now coming across the line. It doesn't look like he's gonna get near pole this time around. No. And here comes Matteo, a bit of slipstream. Will he be able to grab pole position? And yes, he does, and it's a 37.8, 1.3 seconds quicker than anybody. He got a bit of slipstream off of George there, who went P9 with his lap, and he's locked up and gone wide. We've got easy pickings yet to set up Status, who's coming to the end of his lap. He's going at it like a lunatic. But we're yet to see where he's above Matteo. I think that's a fairly decent lap from him, actually. Paker's retired. I think he's accepted he's finishing outside the top 10, so that's what he's doing. And here comes Matteo, Status should say. Will he be able to get anywhere near Matteo? Oh, and he's just missed out by just under a tenth. So very close from them two, and then everybody else at this point. Easy pickings. Will he be able to do anything as he comes through the final sector now? And it's very difficult to say what this lap time is to cross the line. I don't think it's that great. I think it's a bit 40. So there we go, 40.4, and yeah, that's about where everyone is at the minute. As I think someone improved, I can't see who, but it's fairly close in the midfield. But the pace for everyone else is fairly off. Mockymix has decided to go on the softs. I think the alternate strategy is this, as Mockymix goes P12 with not a great lap either, to be honest. And yeah, everyone's set laps who's alive, so we're coming to the last 6 minutes in qualifying, and Matteo grabs pole like he did in Australia. He pulled one out of the bag, and was only a couple of tenths off of the T1 time, so I wonder how T1 will compare later on, but I expect T1 to be a bit faster, probably in the 36s, but you know, we'll see. Yeah, the gap between the top two and then the rest is fairly big. Skin Up improved to a 0.8 actually, so he got within a second of one of them, but there's a lot of time to gain. Oh, I'm very tired. Obviously I did that on Drunk Race yesterday, and then Muggen, I think he's coming into the areas. He's finding himself a bit of space. Is easy pickings or coming into the pits? I'm not sure. Mockymix, I think, will be coming into the pits, will he? Or will he be doing this lap? But that is very wide from him. Going to the last sector. And obviously qualifying doesn't make the race. Obviously I think a few people will be sandbagging and trying to just get us at the top 10. No. But Mockymix pits, and that pretty much puts everyone in pits except for Titanos, who's staying out. I think he's starting his runs. I think he's doing an early third stint rather than a late one. And there's no one else on track, so we might as well watch him. Obviously safety cars on this race, so anything can happen. but Titanus obviously he probably thinks he can improve on his time. We'll see what his first sector split is like. Yeah, I think a few people are sandbagging. Like Dutchy can definitely improve on that. But I'm wondering if they'll go out for the last runs or just sit in the pits. Just waiting to see. As Titanus is the only person really on track. Well, he is the only person on track because 4 people have already retired. 3 binned it, and I think PG just gave up. So Titanus coming through now the middle sector. And now the final corner, 3rd gear. I've never driven this track on this game. Def Q. Disqualified. I don't know what that means. Anyway, Titanus is going to come across the line. I think he's going to improve, and it's a 0.8. It's still not top 10 from him. And a few people are going out now, including Berra. And yeah, Titanus has definitely got a bit more consistent. Still slow, but consistent, better. He's definitely better, which is nice to see. But the gap between the top 2 are very, very, very close, and then the rest is quite big. So, and they'll be starting the ultras. I don't know what the strategy will be. If anyone could tell me what the best strategy is, then put it in the comments. What do you mean, what does sandbagging mean? Trying to get outside the top 10 to get fresh tyres, sandbagging. Should be actually watching someone who's actually on track. Akil was pole for quite a while until people start putting better laps in. So see if he can make something happen. We've got an incident in sector 2 and sector 1. We'll have a look. Is it George? Going slow. I think he's coming out of the pits. There's Jimmy. Is Barra finishing up or is starting one? Starting one. And he's on the softs, not the supers. There's oh dear, Akil. You're on an out lap. Akil screwed his last run. Barra's on a lap. For starting it, Jimmy's in the middle. We've got Muggen coming to the end of his lap. He hits the wall there, which doesn't actually slow you down too much. But coming out to the end of the lap. And Berra, Muggen should say. Will he be able to get to pole? Judging by what I see, it's okay lap from Berra, Muggen. Well, from Berra. Skinnup's retired as well. Maybe it's a bit worse of a lap than I thought, and he didn't actually improve by a 10th, but he'll be going again. Easy pickings has done a shocker, and here goes Dutchy. This looks fairly promising. He's picking up slipstream from his friend Easy Pickings. Will he be able to get pole? Oh no, he's sandbagging. He's sandbagging it. See, I told you. I knew there was sandbagging going on. As you can see there, Dutchy doesn't want pole, otherwise he probably could have got it. So yeah. As Jimmy is in the middle of his lap, Titanus looks to be, not Titanus, Muggen. It's been a long day. It looks to be way off on his lap. Dutchy's sandbagged. I don't know why I want to start P10. Oh, well, it's P11 now because Jack has displaced him, I think. Oh no, Mocking Weeks actually, who goes P6. Berra improved to 3rd as well. We missed that within half a second. So, except for the top 3, I think everyone else is sandbagged. So make an interesting race. Everyone on different strategies and what have you. I mean, Dutchy has the pace, as he could have probably got pole, but Status actually got pole with 37.3. I missed that as well, right at the end there. So improved by half a second on everybody else. So very interesting indeed. So I reckon people were sandbagging a bit there, saving the tyres. And everyone now is... Oh, okay. What is this? Interesting. So we're just waiting for Muggin to retire. But this is your grid. Status at the end. Nick the pole. Doing what his friend Thorium does in 2-1 really. Just blitzing the field. Matteo P2. Berra in P3. Skin up 4th. Akil on his return in 5th. Mocking Mix in 6th, and he decided to retire, so which is great news. Means we can start the race. Oh, it should be very interesting with the safety car on and everything. It should make it even more exciting. Lovely jubbly. So obviously Mocking Mix in 6th, that's where I got to, and you can see the gap. I mean, and George actually got 5 place group penalty, so he'll be starting last. Amazing. Yeah, the 5 seconds separated, so there's a bit of sandbagging going on there. That isn't the true pace. Collision with easy pickings. So that's what George got his 5 place grid on. Obviously, it should be very interesting. I'm expecting a few incidents and a few safety cars, which should spice it up a bit. We've got 9 viewers now, so everything's starting to pick up a bit. The stream as well, which is really nice. And hopefully we can have a exciting race. Elmo's actually joined us as well, so we'll have 19. So George won't start last, second to last, and Elmo will start last on the grid. So we're just waiting for everyone to pick their strategies in the thing, and fuel and what have you. And hopefully we can get an exciting GP for round 4. Azerbaijan. Obviously this is tier 2. Tier 1 coming at 8:15. I had to think about that. And yeah, this is like an hors d'oeuvre towards that. I love that word, hors d'oeuvre. And hopefully we can produce a great race for you today as the formation lap gets underway. So obviously we've got Status on pole. He looks very quick in the Haas, obviously replacing Alan, who yeah, replacing Alan, who couldn't make, I think, this week or next week. George has been disqualified. Berra 3rd was the championship leader at this point. Obviously whoever wins the championship gets a pass to T1 if they want it. No one has actually taken that pass yet. Literally nobody. So we're still waiting on someone to take that season 4 line. We've got Akil in 5th. It's very surprising 5th actually. Mocking Mix in 6th. Jimmy 7th. Muggin 8th. Easy Picking 9th. Jack 10th. Play Dutch in 11th. Obviously he was sandbagging. He could have been way up there, but he literally just broke on the line, so he didn't get pole there. Titanas 12th, Pake 13th, Mr. Aldo 15th, St. Justin 16th, Enrico 17th, Alpha 18th, and Elmo 19th. So we're going to have a look at the get that up. Actually, don't need that. Get the tyres up There we go. So we've got a lot of variation in tyres as well. We've got two people going softs with Duchy and Enrico. Obviously they're both friends, so they probably discussed it and thought that better strategy. We've got few people on super softs, like Berra. I think he's in a very good position with that. He can go longer in the first inning. Mokimix, Jimmy, Tutanas, Easy Pickings and Jack, or Dave as we know him, Paik, Aldo, St. Johnstone and Alfie Jensen, and then we've got Muggen, Akil, Skin Up, and the top two, Matteo and Status on the supers, and that's probably why they was ahead of everybody else by a mile. So we'll get a few people DSQ'd on the formation lap. So I'm getting very, very tired. Ooh. My body's not used to getting paid up for 13 hours straight. But hopefully we can have a clean one and a great race. We've got 19 drivers here today taking part in this Grand Prix, and now we are about to get underway. So we've got the worst camera angle known to man, but we're going to go to 5 red lights. And they've gone out, and away we go. It's very hard to see if we've got a good start, but they're all jostling for position to turn 1. It's very dangerous, but Status gets turn 1, and there's contact behind between Matteo, who didn't even start there for some reason, as we'll move up through the field, and there's a Sergei Sorokin there for Titanas, and Mokimix as well spanning into that corner as well, which caused a bit of carnage, but except for that got away with it. I think Berra's got a little bit of damage. Muggen's got his way up into 4th, Akil 3rd, Skin Up 2nd, George Porridge has retired. Could we get down quick enough to see what happened? I think he's just ran wide. St. Johnstone has got a 5-second stop and go for something. Do we get a safety car? I don't think so. But I think it was corner cutting for St. Johnston this time, or overtaking on the yellows, as we've got Easy Pickings up to 7th for Duchy in 8th, so he's made a good move. Heist for the soft runners. The 2 soft runners, we've got something in sector 1 going off, and further forward Akil's had a good start, going from 5th to 3rd, and it started to spread up really good. Status is going up the road fairly quickly. Skin Up follows Akil in 3rd as he loses at the back end. Muggen, tier 3 champion, of course, chasing him down. Berra in 4th. I think he's got a bit of front wing damage, as now Muggen is going to start looking at Akil here. Down the main straight is going to get a bit of slipstream, and I think he's about to take that 3rd place away from Akil. They're weaving around a little bit, whereas Akil got a lot more down straight line speed. I was expecting him to be able to take this pretty easily, but Akil has got, oh, and Muggen broke too late. He's lost half front wing. Really clumsy from him. Duchy, he's the man to watch. He's up to 6th now, ahead of Jimmy. Oh, what's he done? Oh, and Status. What happened to him? Oh, this is crazy. Skin Up's leading now. I think Status span, and then Jimmy was caught up with him, possibly. But this is carnage. Berra's down there as well, so this shook it right up. Duchy is now in 4th. It looks like he might get the win fairly easily through all this carnage. With him on the soft tyres, it depends what these 3 can do. But Skin Up's definitely a man to watch as well. St. Johnstone has made the move on Paik G, and he'll be chasing now Easy Pickings just ahead of him. So this field's been turned upside down, as St. Johnstone gets very close to the wall as well. I would just call him Johnstone, saying just St. Johnstone or something. It's just too much to say for me. As yeah, he's built up a sizable lead already, his Skin Up. I'm presuming he'll be going ultra softs or something along those lines, and he'll be hoping he can take the win. As the championship leader Berra is down in 15th place. We've got 3 drivers out with Matteo, Jimmy and George. Matteo I don't think even started, which is clumsy and probably will get penalised. Oh. George's controller died, and that's why he went straight on. St Johnston and Easy Pickings are going side by side, and he's just about made that move, and Elmo has made the move on Enrico, I think, for P10. And next up is Mucky Meeks as Jack and Pake. It looks like Dave will be making this move on Pake G soon. It looks like Pake G's keeping up with Easy Pickings quite well, and oh, Dutchy! He's gone deep, and these lot have been really inconsistent. And now Dutchy's lost most of his front wing, and yeah, concentration is key, and that, I think that just gives Skin Up the win. Even early on, this early on, I think 3 seconds, he's quicker than the guys behind, definitely quicker than Muggen and Akil, and St Johnston might be the person for second here at this rate. But here comes Dave looking at Pake. Pake, well, that was clumsy as well. And Dave just needs to keep it steady, and he'll get that move fairly shortly. Don't go side by side for Dave. He lifts off, just doesn't do anything brash. St Johnston makes the move on Akil, and that puts him on the podium. So yeah, it's all to play for now. It's opened it up before that Dutchy would have the win, and he bottled it. And now Skin Up looks to be the man. Or St Johnston, as we've got into the tick to 3, and it's Akil who's bent it into the pit wall, and oh dear, that's the 4th driver to retire already. And now Dave, oh dear, and Pake is coming into the pits. Does he crash? No, he survives. As Elmo, who started last, makes the move on Mocking Weeks, and now Jack's made the move on Dutchy as well for P5, and now Elmo, can he make the move on Dutchy, who's gonna just go backwards as Barrett sets the fastest lap on new soft tyres. Alfie Jensen obviously back there as well. Aldo, Alfie seems to have survived so far, as we've got Elmo and Dutchy going side by side. And now Dutchy squeezes Elmo into the wall. Mocking Meeks nearly goes into the back of both of them. Pretty close battle there, but it's spread out front. 4 seconds now is the gap between Muggen and Skin Up, with St Johnston in behind, 3 seconds back, and 3.5 seconds to Caesar Pickens. So it's all spread out at the front. And then we've got Dave in 5th, Dutchy 6th, Elmo 7th, Mocking Meeks in 8th, Enrico 9th, Alfie Jensen 10th, Aldo 11th, Berra 12th, Pake 13th, Status in 14th, and Titanas in dead last in 15th. And then we've got Akil, Jimmy, Mateo and George all out of the race already. So yeah, it's very close in the midfield from like 9th to 5th possibly, and then after that in front of that it's really not very close, as it looks like Mr. Aldo has binned it somewhere. Did he turn in too early? We'll find out. Oh, he just understeered wide. Oh, lost the back end. As Enrico has had some problems. He's got a pit because he's got no front wing. And this is going to be survival of the fittest, as Muggen comes in for his first stop. No problems from him. And same with Skin Up, as he gets away nicely. And Dutchy has binned it in the turn 1 as well, and that promotes Elmo and Mucky Weeks and Berra's back into the points despite him pitting early on. Pate G has retired, so that's another driver out of the race. Pretty crazy. He's lost it in the left-right section as well. I don't really know how he lost it all the way down there, like. Interesting. Enrico pits. I think Dutchy will be in it unless a lot. Alfie Jensen is up in 6th. Mucky Weeks in 5th. Elmo, who started last, is now in 4th. Jack, Dave is on the podium for the commentator gang. We've got Easy Pickings in 2nd, and St Johnston leading, obviously yet to pit, as we've got a few people already pit. Obviously the ultra soft runners of Skin Up, and who was the other one? Muggen already pit, and Skin Up's pulled a sizable gap on Muggen, so we'll see how this all plays out. I don't know where everybody is. There's so many mistakes out there, it's just, you don't know. Yeah, we've had a few problems internet-wise, but you know. I've got a message. We've got a bit of a battle between Dave and Eva Pickens. Dave's really on a charge as he's looking like he's going to get second place. He squeezes him out. Dave's got second place. And as stupid as this sounds, he's on for a podium, surely. There's Dutchy Kapitz to replace his front wing. And that promotes Berra in 8th. Berra's still in this race as well. He's 1.6 off of Skin Up. We haven't had a safety car yet, despite all this carnage. But Berra still ploughing on. He knows his championship's on the line still, even though Dutchy's rival is way back. And obviously MVP isn't racing. Skin Up 7th, Alfie. There's in Mocking Weeks, and here goes Elmo on Easy Pickings. It looks like Elmo's on the charge. Easy Pickings seems to be a bit of a roadblock right now. Oh, and that's very close between the two of them, trying to go side by side for that. Easy Pickings loses the back end. But because of this, Dave's getting away a little bit. Go on, Dave. Yeah, we're all supporting him. We all love a bit of Dave, you know, he's a nice lad. He doesn't get anything. He doesn't really do a lot. But he's, yeah, the safety car is on. It just doesn't come out a lot these days. Dave on them supers has got a very good chance. There's Mocking Weeks. There's Elmo's actually binned it in the last corner. That's why he's coming into the pits now. And he replaces his front wing, and now Mocking Weeks is now into 4th place. Elmo gets a 5-second stop and going as well, so that will help Dave no end from the charging pack behind them. And now it looks like Mocking Weeks is the man to challenge Dave rather than Elmo. But I still believe Skin Up's the man to be winning this race at the present moment. But this is the closest battle on track. We don't have much of a battle on track because of all the ding-donging. But interesting enough, Dutchy and Elmo have come out on a similar piece of track as well. As Dutchy goes right round the outside. We're going to go on board with Elmo to see what happens. And I think Dutchy just gets past. Also, Status as well is 11 seconds, 3 seconds up the road from them. We've got an incident in sector 2. I think it's going to be, oh, it's Easy Pickings. He's lost his front wing, and that promotes Dave and Mocking Weeks onto the podium now as well. As oh, Mocking Weeks, does that make him lose our front wing? I wonder. As Alfred Jensen's now in 4th place. Skin Up, who's already pit, is in 5th. He's in a very strong position, but I think he's doing a 2-stop. Whereas I think the likes of Dave are doing a 1-stop. So I wonder, but here comes Skin Up on Alfie Jensen, and that'll be as easy a move as he's going to make. But will Alfie be able to get him back? But with that DRS, I just don't think he's got the right setup. It's just not getting the right amount of straight line speed. I think he's running high downforce. But Dave is doing very well. So St Johnstone, he's the man to watch for the win in terms of where he comes out ahead of Skin Up. I'm assuming he's 1-stopping as well, so he might be the person to be watching as Easy Pickings comes into the pits. Elmo makes the move back on Dutchy. As we've got a bit of a battle here as Berra's joining this little bit of a ding-dong between Skin Up, Alfie and Berra here. We've got a ghost car, I think. Oh no, it's Mocking Weeks in fact. So we've got like a 4-car scrap going here for P3, the podium. And I think Skin Up will get it eventually. On them fresher tyres, there's obviously 4 laps fresher, so he should be able to do it. And here comes Skin Up. As he's looking at Mocky Meeks. Mocky Meeks gets a half decent line, but Skin Up with DRS should sail past. And you can see this, look at the speed from Skin Up. And he's going to go to the outside. Ooh, very close, which turns to the inside, turn 1. And now Alpha Jensen's too far back. But Berra's going to repeat the same move that Skin Up's just done on Mocky Meeks to get past Alfie Jensen. But very bad exit there from Berra, but I don't think he can fight. But next up for Skin Up is Dave, 2 seconds up the road. But this is really the battle on track at the minute. Touchy is still going at it as well, back for P9 and 10. And now we're looking at Berra and Mocky Meeks. There's Dutchy and Elmo traded places again. Oh, Enrico and Titanas squabbling for the wooden spoon. With easy pickings just ahead there. As we've got an incident. Oh! Status has binned it into the wall, and now we're down to 12. 9 laps, and we've got 8 cars out. And there's Status, you've got to be very careful. And how that's not a safety car, I do not know. That's all it'll cause, 1 safety car, and this will come alive. That's what people are hoping for, but we haven't had one yet. There's Alpha Jensen pits to get rid of his tyres. Berra's also in P4 now on them softs. And Berra might be in a very good position here to win the race as well, but I'm not sure how long them softs can go. I definitely know them supers can't get to the end of Skin Up. But it's a Force India 2-3. Well, this is what I said when we turned it back on. It rarely comes out, it doesn't just come out all the time anymore, it comes out not a lot. As Jimmy has left the session, obviously he died a long time ago. Well, crashed, not died. But we've got Force India 2-3 at the minute, which will be fairly good for them on their pursuit of the Mercs of Berra and Paik, currently leading the championship. But here goes Skin Up. Will they change over, or will there be a bit of a crash? For Dave's sake, I hope. No! Dave scrapes the wall, but Skin Up glides past. And will Dave pit? No, he's just going to use the slipstream to carry on. For a 10th lap, like St Johnston is on the lead. Mocky Meeks pits, which will promote Mugan and Elmo and Dutchy. There's now Dutchy. Oh, they get very close as they trade places again. Looks like they're just working together to just trying to move the field. Oh, Elmo. Very late on the brakes. I think he realised. As Mocky Meeks actually comes out ahead of Dutchy and joins this battle. But Mocky Meeks is on the soft tyre, so he'll be going to the end. And now Berra is still in P4. The closest battle is these lot, as Dutchy is trying to make a move on Mocking Weeks, and he goes right around the outside. That is very impressive from Dutchy. And now Elmo tries to follow him through, and Mocking Weeks lets him go. To say he's got fresher tyres. Imagine they're on full uphold supers. I don't know how that compares, but Have we got any penalties out there? We will have a quick shufty. Obviously, St Johnston still got his 5-second stop and go, so that could pay a big thing here as well. No penalties for Skin Up or Jack. Berra's got a stop and go, but he's already served it. Actually, no, has he? St Johnston's in the pits. I just saw that in the corner of my eye, as well as Jack. No stop and goes this time, and he's getting held. And interestingly, Dave has taken the lead of this race, theoretically, away from St Johnston because of that stop and go, I think. As soon as Skin Up pits, Dave leads. Because I think Berra still has to pit. So theoretically, I think Dave is leading this race. Believe it or not. So the Forcina of Dave, who never looked like winning anything ever, is now theoretically ahead of St Johnston, winning this race. So well done to him, you know, to put himself in that position. So come on, Dave, from the commentators. And Dutchy's there as well. So Dave, if these two squabble a bit, then Dave can get away. There's an incident in Sector 1 and it's Enrico, who has that was very close. So he just lost it on exit. So we're down to 11. Obviously, one safety car can make a massive bit of difference, but it hasn't come out yet. As Dave is under a hell of a lot of pressure. He won't realise he's in the lead at the minute, but he will soon realise if he stays in that lead. But he's driving really well, I'm not gonna lie. He's done a really nice job. Will Muggin or Berra carries on, Muggin will carry on, I'm presuming, and Skin Up will continue leading this race. But Dave keeps him his fourth place for now. There's Dutchy, and Dutchy's trying it around the outside. And this will turn into a 3-car scrap very quickly, I think. We have Elmo in behind, being dropped by Dutchy now. As Alfie runs wide, and now here comes Mocking Weeks, trying to take that P8 away from Alfie. These two have been fairly close the whole race. And now Mocking Weeks gets to that position as Alfie does the switch back. Oh, I don't think Mocking Weeks left him enough room there, to be honest. As Titanas pits as well. As we've got a nice spot for 8, but we have to keep an eye on this as well. As Dave is probably a theoretical leader. We don't know that yet, though. We don't know, but he could be. Obviously, these guys still have to stop. We'll Skin Up pit this lap. There's the question. Obviously, Jack, St Johnston, Dutchy, and Elmo just in behind there. We've got Alfie Jensen and Mocking Weeks still going at it. And here goes Alfie on Mocking Weeks. Will he take it down the inside? No. Wait until the straight. We'll have a look at. Oh, Dave! How is he still going? Dave's pulled it. Oh, not again, Dave. He's coming into the pits, but he was there for him. Oh, Dave. St Johnston now takes that position of possible leader. Oh, Dave. Oh, Dave. Ooh. Ah. I feel so sorry for him. But he's gone on the ultra softs, which I don't even think we'll get to the end. So yeah, Dave's not winning this race anymore. That a miracle. The safety car is on, Enrico. I assure you, I saw it on. It was definitely on. I am 100% sure. And it will show when we finish this lobby that it actually is on. It's 100% on, I know that. I made sure. But anyway, back to the race. Skin Up still leading by 3.5 seconds. Muggin in third. It is on, Enrico. Oh, it is. I'm 100% sure. Can I check in the settings? No. But I'm 100% it's on. Don't make me feel paranoid about that. If it comes out, then you'll know it's on. But St Johnston is actually 4 times behind Muggin now. And Dutchy is just in behind as well. I think he's made a mistake into turn 1 now. But St Johnston looks in prime position to win this race between him or Skin Up, I reckon. I'm pretty positive. I definitely checked it. St Johnston made the move on Muggin there, really nice from him. And now Muggin is down into 4th, so that's his podium gone, I think. I don't know how long the pits... Oh, St Johnston! Oh, he's clipped the wall on the inside of the Castle's engine. That is heartbreaking. And that is him out of the race with down to half the field. And oh, that is so unlucky. He just clipped the wall on the inside, clipped his tyre off. And this means Dave would have won the race if he hadn't crashed. Skin Up's in the pits. Oh no. So we'll find out where it comes out. Well, Dutchy pits as well. Skin Up comes out in P2, and it all depends now on Berra pitting. Elmo's now into P3 after all this, but he'll have to pit still. And obviously Alfie will be going to the end as well. Right, incident in sector 1 is that Muggin, he's facing the wrong way. And he's just come out of the pits as well. So he'll be back in the pits. But yeah, Baku has claimed its victims today for sure. There's 9 cars are out through different reasons or another. Be it being controller disconnections or lag or touching the wall or yeah, just really unlucky. And Mocking's such a pit again as well. Was you going to win? It was going to be very close. I think it'd have been just behind Skin Up, to be honest. Judging by the gap, Telno 6.2. I think you're around 5 seconds ahead of him, something like that. So I think it'd have been very close between you and him. Berra's in the pits. He'll be on a set of supers as well. So we'll see what their pace is like. Obviously, I think Berra will be quicker as there goes Skin Up. But it's all about There's Elmo actually pits as well. Yeah, it'd have been a great last 5-6 lap battle though. As Alfred Jensen gets back into third. Dutchy's in fourth somehow. I've lost count. Berra is 6 seconds off of Skin Up. Skin Up's probably got this race won now. And this will be his first win, I think. Skin Up currently fourth in the championship. We get another 25 points. He'll be around 20 points off of Berra. Actually, it might be more. Yeah, about 24 points. Yeah, Skin Up's already pit though, that's the thing, he doesn't need to pit again. He had to pit again, but he was like 20 seconds up the road, that's what I'm saying. Was that 20... Like, he was literally a pit stop ahead, pretty much. That's why I'm saying that it'd have been quite close and it'd have been on fresh tyres, so... I think he'd have just about had it, but Berra is looking fairly lightning at the minute. He's gained about half a second on his lap. So yeah, it's been very, very interesting. But easy pickings actually worked to open 7th despite being in the middle of nowhere. Mockbeat's 8th. Tanis is somehow in the points ahead of Mugen, who had to pit again. So the two Red Bulls have had shockers. And Dave is back in the pit lane because he's realised he can't go to the end. Because he still could have had 5th. And Mocky Mix goes past Easy Pickings for P6. And that gap between Skin Up and Berra is coming down, so it's not a full-blown conclusion. We'll have a look at penalties, see if it makes a difference. Obviously Berra's 2 stopped and Skin Up's 1 stopped. Skin Up's 1 warning away from penalty. I'm not sure if that was a stop and go or not, so we'll find out. Near closer to the end, I have a feeling it might have been. But Berra is certainly catching. Yeah, it really spread out because everyone's crashed at some point. Berra sets the fastest lap to bring the gap down. And he'll be hoping to catch. He's got 7 laps to put the pressure on. And yeah, it's kind of died out a bit at the end because obviously less cars on track, but less action really. But it is what it is, you know. The start of the race was fairly enthralling, you know. All the incidents of Dave thinking he can win and all this, and then he didn't. Yeah, we all had Dave's support. We don't know. But the gap between Skin Up and Berra has come down a hell of a lot. It's now 3.2. It was about 5 a couple of laps ago, so he's definitely got the pace over Skin Up. Probably be under 2 seconds. 3 seconds at the end of this lap. I think Skin Up's got a bit more straight line speed though to defend with, and he'll need every bit in it. Well, everyone's on the same lap at least. Somehow. But Berra's really started to close the skin up. Got similar amounts of VRS as well. Maybe it'd be worth deploying a bit on the straights. Skin up's only using 2 for some reason. Well far. But the gap has come down by another 4/10 lap, with 6 laps remaining after this one. Now it's 6 laps remaining. There's Jack or Dave is looking at easy pickings for 7th. That's about the only progress he'll make. We'll keep an eye on the leaders as well. Oh, Dave. Oh. Oh, Dave. Come on, Dave. Let's have you. As he tries around the outside. Which then turns to the inside. Goes for the exit. And which way are you going to go? And Dave chooses to go to the outside, which is now the inside, and that should be the position for Dave. Ahead of easy pickings for 6 points, as long as they don't touch. For easy pickings, breaks a bit early, and Jack breaks too early late. Easy pickings now down the inside, no. He shows his nose though. But this race is far from over, so we've got Berra and Skin Up going at it. One mistake is all it takes. And they know, both of them, either of them know that. And it was very similar this lap as well. Skin Up's using a bit more ERS to try and go a bit quicker, slow the progression of Berra down. I mean, for me personally, I'd like to see Skin Up win someone different, you know what I mean? Keep it changing. But, yeah, still a long way to go. Still quite a few laps to go. Still a few more miles yet. As you can see there, Skin Up. I mean, Berra can actually see him. That is the race win. Mugger and Tanas for 9th, getting a bit close to Red Bulls. Hopefully they don't do what they did in real life. There's oh, it does happen. They've touched, but both get away with it. It might have been a bit of lag actually. But Muggin down the inside manages to get the exit surely. But Tanas keeps the position for now. And the gap between the leaders has kind of stabilised. I mean, it came down by like 2.5 seconds and now it's the same. And now Mugen on this main straight should have the position. Berra's gained quite a lot on this lap on Skin Up, about 6/10. So maybe the gap's coming down a little bit now and can put Skin Up under pressure. He's made a mistake on the straight, I think. Because he's now down to 1.8 as Mugen tries to make the move on to Tanas round the outside. There's a little bit of contact. Mugen too late on the brakes. Back to leader, and that is the difference between Berra. Skin Up. Berra must be getting just a little bit of a slipstream now to pull him into range, and it's going to be a very, very, very close last few laps. As we go on to lap 24, Berra sets the fastest lap. He's turned his engine up, and he'll be now looking to make that move. Mugen, and meanwhile, has made the move on to Tanas. Finally. Oh, Titanas, that's awful. Oh, I don't want to watch that again. Hopefully the front battle is a bit better than whatever that was. As the climax of the race now, with 3 laps to go, with Skin Up and Berra nose to tail basically. So Berra looks to be in the clear and penalty rise. Skin Up is on the edge. The edge of winning and the edge of having a penalty. Who will be able to get this win? Is anybody's guess? I think my guess would go to Berra at this point with slipstream. Berra! Oh, that could have been crucial. He's lost a few tenths for that as well. But Skin Up doesn't have the best of exits, but it's enough. He's in hot lap mode on the straight. Skin Up needs to save his ERS on the straight, but Berra definitely gaining. Well, actually not that much. Skin Up's really got away with this lap, so that one mistake could cost Berra the win. And now it's 1.1 seconds with 2 laps to go as we come to an exciting climax for this race. These two obviously in the Merc and the Force India, very competitive drivers. Just need to see who wins now. It's dropping a little bit now for Berra as his tyres gone by hitting that wall. Has he got front wing damage? I wonder, is Berra he's using a little bit more ERS, but it shouldn't make this much of a difference. He's lost about 6/10 on this particular lap. Berra needs to get his shit together, otherwise he's not going to win without a Skin Up penalty. As we approach now the last lap of the race. Come around the final few corners now, and now onto the straight we go for the final time. As Skin Up looks to have this race won. He's driven brilliantly. Obviously, he's capitalised on other people's mistakes more than anything. He hasn't been the fastest person, and then necessarily, but he will definitely take it in that Force India. Dave could have been up there as well as St Johnston could have been up there. Status could have been up there. Matteo could have been up there. It promised so much. Enrico, Ducci, they've all made mistakes, and unfortunately that's robbed us of a thrilling battle, but these two have definitely provided a bit of late drama. Obviously stay tuned, because in about half an hour we'll be out live with T1. This is more the starter pack to their main the main show, as Bear's gaining a little bit now. I think Skin Up is definitely in a strong position, as long as he doesn't bin it on this final lap. Takes it extremely cautiously this time round though. I don't think he wants to crash, and Berra has been able to gain about 2 or 3 tenths there, and on the straight he'll be gaining a bit as well. It's all or nothing for Berra now, and he knows it. He got on the curb there though. That won't help his cause. Can he get within DRS range? It doesn't look like it. And Skin Up in the Force India is going to come across the line in any second now, and will be a surprise winner of this race. He's kept it clean, and he's done an extremely good job with them tyres. Other people probably should have won, but Skin Up crosses the line in the Force India to win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With Berra coming home in second, he'll be very happy with that still, for his championship's sake. Alfie Jensen is going to come with third, as well as Ducci is going to come in fourth as well. The next car is Elmo, 16 seconds down the road, but a very, very tight battle in the end. 1.2 seconds separates 1 and 2, but the rest have a lot to work on consistency wise. He went super soft, I think. No, anyway, super soft. No, ultra soft, super soft, I think. 2-stop. As Elmo crossed the line now for 5th. Mockumix come home for 6th. Could have been more for him as well. Davey baby, should have been a lot more, but yeah, definitely a step forward for him in terms of pace wise this week. He just needs to build on it. Easy pickings. Is still battling with Titanas actually through the castle station. A really nice view actually. Kudos to Cody's on that one. Yeah, then Muggin 6 seconds back, obviously Titanas killed him. Well, yeah. And here comes Titanas. Will he be able to get to easy pickings to the line? Oh, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. DRS. Ah! And easy pickings gets it by 600ths. They were banging all the way down the straight. I'm surprised they didn't crash, to be honest. But Morgan crossed the line as well, 6 seconds back as we get a bit of lag. But that was the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It was fairly exciting, but it died off the last 5-10 laps, unfortunately. Hopefully the T1 race can deliver with a lot of excitement. But it's Force India's day today, in the drivers and the constructors, and we'll not bring the field close together, because I think Barry's still commanding the championship. He wants to be in T1 next season, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, and he's running away with it a bit now. I think he's like 20 points in the lead still, but Skin Up rather than Ducci. But yeah, well done Skin Up. First win. He's been really practicing hard, and he's a great driver as well. But a good drive from him today. Secures the points. We've got T1 action coming to you at 8:15. So I will see you all guys for that. I'll be in the chat. Owen and Ash will be doing that, not Dave. So I'll see you in about half an hour. But it's been a pleasure. Thank you everyone in the chat, everyone who's watching. Hopefully I can join you next week. I don't know what my shifts are. Currently nothing, so I'll have to wait and see. And until then, I'm Nene 57, and I'm out of here. Goodbye.